Yes, it's indeed a pleasure to be here today with you, looking after the partners and especially after the partnership with Microsoft. It's a pleasure to have you, Sindhu, here, and my lady. Indeed, we've seen generative AI and Azure OpenAI transforming our business, and as you've seen from the previous demos, it's been a real revolution in this space. And we've been always looking after Microsoft and following Microsoft footsteps in this area, as Livy was mentioning, for the enterprise customers. So, Sindhu, please could you share with us a bit more about your role in Microsoft and how you work with the partner ecosystem?
Yeah, sure. I'm really happy to be here. So I'm Sindhu. Great job on pronouncing my name. Most people butcher it up, so good job on that. So I work in our customer and partner ecosystem team in product and engineering. I work with our strategic ISVs, typically who are in the UK. I look after the UK region on M365 Copilot integration. So if you want to build agents and all of that, how you extend M365 Copilot, I engage deeply with them from a product perspective, envisioning innovative use cases and seeing how we can bring that to market.
Indeed, we've seen a lot of support coming from Microsoft, us as a future top-tier ISV. And indeed, they have presenting us as bringing business knowledge to the organization, as well as the business knowledge that our partners also bring to the DRUID platform. So because we have a lot of partners in the room, and not only, that are building solutions using the DRUID technology, solutions that are infused, I would say, with the business knowledge that they have for various areas and for various domains. So that being said, DRUID as a ISV focused on AI had access in a preview mode to what Dan just built. I know that Microsoft will launch the SDK for Copilot functionality soon in November, I believe, but we were lucky enough to have access to that one. And we've built the Ask DRUID as an agent dedicated to Copilot. That being said, how do you see the integration between Copilot and the business knowledge that DRUID would bring to the table?
Yeah, I think before we sort of dive into that as well, I think it's important to look at the partnership, because in terms of how we partner, we look for interesting or ISVs who can extend our M365 Copilot ecosystem, right? And that's by Dan spoke about, either by infusing knowledge into Copilot or extending Copilot with actions and skills and whatnot. And this is precisely what the DRUID agent that you just saw does that. It's all about how can we extend the Copilot ecosystem where we know people are going to be operating with domain-specific knowledge and skills that actually transforms their use cases and workflows and ultimately adding business value. I think if we're looking at where we are now from where we were 12 months ago when ChatGPT was announced, it was great. I think everyone, I don't know about you, but I rushed to get into the subscription and then summarize this. What does this do? Explain this, draft this email. And even now with Copilot, some of the table stakes things are summarization and searching and whatnot. But that's, I would say, it's day zero. And as we evolve, it's about how are we infusing domain-specific knowledge and skills. And that's exactly what the DRUID agent does. Microsoft Copilot is I see it as the canvas the uniform canvas that can aggregate all these different agents, and DRUID, with their innovation of being able to plug into different enterprise systems, becomes a one-stop shop for users to just go and get the answers they want, automate workflows, all in the flow of work. So the private preview piece is actually a very crucial part of the partnership because we are still in such early stages and we rely heavily on signals from our partners like DRUID and customers. So by giving DRUID, for example, access to the private preview, it helps us extend the platform further because you're going to tell us, one, what's working, what's not working, how customers are reacting, and ultimately, that's how we're improving the Copilot platform as well. So it's very vital, having this two-way feedback system.
Thank you. How would you see a plug-and-play agent? As in, from your imagination, or like let's imagine having the Copilot, the comprehensive business system, so the go-to place to do business, right? We do have a particular focus on employees operations. So DRUID role from the very beginning was to deliver automations and easy access to solutions and systems for employees, and then we expanded to the customers of our customers. But that being said, how would you envision a plug-and-play?
Yeah, so I see a world where Microsoft sees a world where we have Copilot as the aggregator of intelligence. And that intelligence, a part of that is the extensibility that agents like the DRUID AI chatbot provide. So when you have all these different agents that can aggregate, and I think DRUID is even more special because it's already an aggregator of all these capabilities. But having that easily extend the M365 Copilot ecosystem platform, it's like the use case I think of is like, for example, like in financial services or sales. By having this agent in Copilot follow you through across where you're working, whether it be Teams, Outlook, or Word, you can automate a lot of the manual tasks and like free up to do strategic work. And for example, like in the case of healthcare, we want doctors to be seeing patients. And instead, we don't want them to be doing admin tasks. So by having DRUID, for example, automating, being with Copilot, being in a meeting or in a chat, getting access to those nodes, automating that, it's transformative, I think, by enabling users to be doing what they actually want to do. And something I always hear, which is interesting when I talk with ISVs, is that we want users to be in our system. We want sellers to be in CRM. They're living and breathing in CRM. But really, do you really want them to be living and breathing in CRM, or do you want to be going out there selling and talking to customers, having those deep conversations? And I think that's what Copilot with these plug-and-play extensibilities allow you to do, is gives you user productivity, which will eventually become about business productivity. And that's the journey we're on with DRUID, for example, is we can see the clear user productivity, but ultimately with more automation, with the knowledge being ingested, it's about business productivity and giving business value.
Perfect. You just described one of the use cases that we've built for one of the largest private clinics in Eastern Europe. They are using a virtual assistant for their staff, medical staff, that will free up their time, is freeing up their time to look after more important business rather than them checking out and approving CapEx or OpEx budget.
Amazing.
So yes, it's a reality already. So Sindhu, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for the partnership, and keep close to our teammates of agents going forward.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for the innovation and partnership.
Thank you so much. I will stick around for just one moment. We have an announcement to make in respect to the DRUID Academy. It's already a year of the Academy since it's been launched last year here on the stage. We are very proud of it. We are proud of it having more than 1,800 users already within 1 year, and over 380 certified users for the courses that we offer, developer, BA courses, and sales. And what you are going to see today in respect to agents and the testing suite, you are going to have the courses delivered in the Academy very soon. So I would encourage you to check it out, because it's a knowledge source that we are very proud of having. So thank you so much for your time.